Welcome to Adoption Network Cleveland's Volunteer Orientation. At Adoption Network Cleveland, our mission is to connect and empower individuals, organizations, and communities impacted by adoption and foster care and provide a source of healing for those in need. We do this by providing support, education, and advocacy. We believe adoption is a lifelong journey. We are here every step of the way. Adoption Network Cleveland was founded in 1988 by Betsy Norris and a group of volunteers to support adult adoptees and birth parents in their searches. It was volunteer staffed until 1995 and had less than 3 staff members until 2001. Additional programs were added as needs were identified, for example, education for adoptive families and the community, advocacy campaigns, etc. In 2002, there were 1,700 children in permanent custody of Cuyahoga County Department of Child and Family Services. 1,000 of those children had no identified family interested in adopting them. The United Way Vision Council was brought together to create an outline of a plan to reduce the number of children coming into the system, find permanent loving families for those in the system, and break down barriers to adoption from the public system. At the end of the planning, a lead agency was chosen to implement. Adoption Network Cleveland was that agency. The successful implementation of Adopt Cuyahoga's Kids led to the integration of initiative programs into original core programming. We are not a placement agency. We're a neutral player in the community. Our programs and services are free or low cost and are dependent on the support of individuals and the community around us. Adoption Network Cleveland provides a variety of programs and services. For adult adoptees, birth parents, adoptive parents, and support persons, we have our general support and discussion meetings, which are held every month in locations throughout Cuyahoga, Summit, and Lake counties, plus in Northwest Ohio, Columbus, Dayton, Cincinnati, and through a virtual group. We also have our Birth Mother's Day ceremony, which is held the Saturday before Mother's Day. For adoptive parents and prospective adoptive parents, we have programming such as Adoption 101, Where Do I Begin? This is an overview workshop that explores a full range of options: public adoption from foster care, private adoption, and international adoption. For those who decide to pursue a public adoption, we have our Adoption Navigator. Our Adoption Navigator gives personal attention to guide your family through the adoption process. Our goal is to decrease barriers and increase the support you receive through the adoption process. For those who have decided to pursue a private adoption, we offer Adoption 201, Adopting Infants Domestically. This explains in more detail the process, selecting an agency, creating a family profile, and understanding the trends towards the continuum of openness. For youth in permanent custody, we offer our Get Real support group, which is for kids in care ages 13 and up. This meets once a month for girls and once a month for boys. We also have our Permanency Champions mentoring program, which provides a stable adult figure in the life of a youth in care. For the community, we have our Speakers Bureau, our Adoption Helpline, and our advocacy work. How can you help Adoption Network Cleveland in our mission? Volunteer. Become a member. Consider making a tax-deductible donation, monetary, in-kind, or gift cards. Double it. See if your company has a matching gift program. And spread the word. By volunteering with Adoption Network Cleveland, you are helping to strengthen and connect families, forming lifelong relationships, learning about yourself and building skills, helping to make your community better by supporting positive system change, and turning your values and beliefs into action. Volunteer roles at Adoption Network Cleveland include administrative or indirect service. You assist a department, such as program, finance, development, or public policy. Examples are our search and reunion assistance, baking for programs, special event planning, and the skills required are clerical, organizational, customer service, event coordination, detail-oriented, or technical. We also have direct service volunteer roles. Direct service works directly with individuals or families. Examples would be our mentoring, being a meeting facilitator, or a youth activities leader. Skills would be experience working with the population, professional expertise, reliability, and commitment. You can also volunteer with Adoption Network Cleveland as a committee member. Committee members provide recommendations, volunteer leadership, and set goals and objectives for various areas of the organization. Committees include finance, outreach and development, special events, public policy, and programs. Skills involved are professional expertise or experience, ability to work on your own, and enjoying group work and networking. We also have professional or intern volunteer positions. Internships often count for college credit. They are goal and objective oriented and offer professional experience in a certain area of the organization. Examples would be social work or fund development. Skills are professional experience, self-initiative, understanding of nonprofit organizations, and a willingness to be flexible and learn. Adoption Network Cleveland has 3 basic steps to becoming an active volunteer. You must fill out an information and interest form. This provides us with information about you and also about how you'd like to be involved in our organization and what you would like to gain from a volunteer experience. You must attend a volunteer orientation or watch this video online. And you must have an informational interview to discuss your placement. This can be done over the phone. Additional steps may be required. For any direct service volunteer who will be in contact with the children, fingerprinting and background check are required. Interns have to be assigned to a position. Some volunteers participate in opportunities as needed. Also, some roles may require you to attend meetings or trainings as needed. All of Adoption Network Cleveland's policies and procedures can be found in the Volunteer Handbook which you have received. Volunteer attendance is important, but if you are unable to attend an event or other volunteer role you have committed to, please let the volunteer coordinator know as soon as possible. Always remember that at events and in our offices you are representing Adoption Network Cleveland. We hope that you do so appropriately in both your dress and in the way you speak to others. Confidentiality is very important to Adoption Network Cleveland, and we hope that all of our volunteers will follow our confidentiality clause. Adoption Network Cleveland will always provide adequate training and information for any volunteer. We will provide supervision, receptive feedback, and will treat you as an equal partner with staff, jointly responsible for completion of our mission. All volunteers and interns must complete some paperwork. This paperwork includes our volunteer agreement, conflict of interest policy, photo release form, confidentiality agreement, receipt of and acknowledgement of the volunteer handbook, an abuse and molestation prevention policy, and our whistleblower reporting policy. If you still have any questions, please call our offices, and you can email the volunteer coordinator at the email below. Thank you for your interest in volunteering with Adoption Network Cleveland. Volunteers are a critical part of our success and help us to provide all of the important services to the adoption and foster care community. If you'd like to learn even more about our organization, please watch our video on our website at the link below.